What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best equipment and accessories for tight ends. For this video, we've compiled a long list of different equipment and accessories that we think best suit the tight end position. We based this off of what NFL guys are wearing, and then we also took a look at some of our past reviews and kind of figured out what is the best for tight ends. Without further ado, let's kick things off with the head and start talking about what helmet is best for tight ends. In my mind, there seem to be two helmets that are the best for tight ends. The first one is going to be the Riddell Speedflex, and the second one is going to be the Visors 01/02. So as you guys probably could have guessed, the Riddell Speedflex is the most common helmet among NFL tight ends. It's the most common helmet in football across all levels. It is so popular. The Flex is the perfect blend of modern styling and top-of-the-line padding, and it scores exceptionally well on the Virginia Tech helmet rating scale, scoring a perfect 5 out of 5. The key to this Speedflex's success is its ability to flex. This panel right here flexes, the shell, and the actual face mask all flex to absorb contact to help protect your head. This Speedflex is worn by some of the best tight ends in football, including George Kittle, Mark Andrews, and Darren Waller. If you guys do want to get a Speedflex, they're about $455 from Green Gridiron. We will link it in the description for you guys. Every single product we talk about in this video will be linked in the description for your guys' convenience. Now, the next helmet that seems to be popular among NFL tight ends is the Visors 01 and the Visors 02. Visors football helmets are slowly catching on in the NFL, and it seems that tight end is one of the positions that's starting to wear it more and more often. It's a great look for the tight end in my opinion, and these are the safest helmets on the universe. So yeah, you might look like a bobblehead, but you know your head is safe. So unfortunately, it seems to be a little bit tricky to get your hands on Visors football helmets right now. The Visors 01 doesn't seem to be sold anymore by Visors, and then the 02, I think you can get it. It might just take a little while, and they're going to cost you about $699, so $700 for the safest helmet in the game. The next piece of our perfect tight end helmet setup is going to be the face mask. I've selected one for both the Speedflex and the Visors. The mask I recommend for the Speedflex users is going to be the SF-2BD. This face mask has an open top of the mask and then a couple extra bars down below to help protect you when you're blocking in the trenches. You'll still have enough vision to see the football and make the catches down the seam, score touchdowns. This is the most popular Speedflex face mask in the NFL. It's worn by George Kittle, Mark Andrews, and Dallas Goedert. You guys can grab one of these face masks for your Speedflex for about $70 from Green Gridiron, link below. Now, the best face mask for the Visors helmet users is going to be the SO-223. Similar to the Speedflex mask, this is going to have a wide open top of the mask and then a couple extra bars down below, again, to help you block in the trenches, but give you plenty of visibility to see the football and make catches down the seam. You guys can grab this face mask for $105 from Green Gridiron. Now, the next accessory I want to talk about really isn't that popular among tight ends, but if you guys have watched this video, I recommend them to every single position on the field, and that's going to be a visor. The reason I keep suggesting visors for every single position is because, first of all, they look absolutely incredible, and second of all, they protect your eyes from those various things like dirt, dust, turf pellets. It's a lightweight way to just protect your eyes, and it doesn't really obstruct your vision or anything, so I think it's a great addition for every single player on the football field. Obviously, you guys don't have to wear a visor. If you don't want to wear one, don't. But if you do, I do have a couple suggestions for you guys. The first one is going to be what I have on my two helmets, and that's going to be the Shock 2.0 0G. And then the other one is going to be the Oakley Pro Visor and the Oakley Edge Shield. So since Oakley is the official on-field optics provider of the NFL, every single NFL tight end you guys see is going to be wearing an Oakley visor, so obviously they work for them. If you guys are interested in the Shock visor, they're about $45 on Green Gridiron's website, and then Oakley has a couple different colors, averaging about $70 also on Green Gridiron. For any tight ends wearing the Visors 01/02, I do recommend you guys get the Oakley Edge Shield, which is a visor specifically built to fit the very unique face mask styles of the Visors football helmets. It's a lot longer, a lot wider, and it fits the helmets perfectly. If you guys are interested, these visors are $95 for the clear and $135 for the colored version on Green Gridiron. The next accessory we're going to talk about is mouth guards. For tight end, I really don't think it matters what mouth guard you wear, but you probably should wear one. Mouth guards obviously are an excellent way to protect your teeth, gums, mouth, all that good stuff. You guys can go with a simple boil and bite one, or you guys can get a lip guard mouth guard for a little extra flair. Either one's going to work for you guys. Some of my personal favorites are Battle, Shock Doctor, Next Trend, Loudmouth. I'll link all these options below for you guys to check out. But mouth guards are a really cool way to kind of be unique, stand out, so get something cool for yourself, you know? The final piece to our tight end helmet setup is going to be the chin strap, which is one of the most underrated pieces of equipment in football, and the one I'm going to recommend to you guys is the Sportstar Victory T-Rex Hurricane chin strap. If you guys have watched all of these, what we suggest for each position videos, then you guys will see I have recommended this chin strap in every single video, and that's because they are simply the best on the market. They're the most comfortable, and they absorb more contact than any other chin strap. It's a pretty easy and rather inexpensive upgrade to your helmet setup. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna look a lot better. It's only about $35, so I'll link SportsStar's website down below. They're also super customizable, so you guys can kind of customize it to match your team or just go all white. Whatever works for you guys. Again, it's linked below.
Guys, support for this series is brought to you by Manscape, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Guys, I picked up the performance package for myself, and it comes with a lot of fantastic products inside. In this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, ball toner, performance boxer briefs, and this sick travel bag to keep it all stored in. Guys, it's time to start taking care of yourself. Go to manscaped.com and use code TOUCHDOWN20 at checkout for 20% off your entire order plus free worldwide shipping. Again, that's 20% off with code TOUCHDOWN20 at checkout, including 20% off and free worldwide shipping. It'll be the first link in the description down below. All right, back to the video.
As we continue to make our way down, we are now here, so that means we got to talk about shoulder pads. When it comes to shoulder pads, I personally don't test a lot of shoulder pads, so what I do is I kind of base this really strongly off of what the NFL guys are wearing, and the two most popular that I've seen are the Extech X2 shoulder pads and the Riddell CPX shoulder pads. The Extech X2 shoulder pads are the most popular in football. These shoulder pads are going to give you lightweight protection when you're battling in the trenches, and they're also going to give you plenty of range of motion so you guys can catch balls over the middle. Both George Kittle and Kyle Pitts were Extech X2 shoulder pads. If you guys are interested in grabbing some of these for yourself, they're about $535 from Extech's website. The other pair of shoulder pads that we see NFL tight ends wearing is the Riddell CPXs. Similar to the Extech shoulder pads, the CPX shoulder pads are very lightweight, but they're going to give you a little bit more shoulder padding, which is going to give you a little bit more protection. So this is a great option for some of you more physical tight ends that like to truck guys or, you know, just murder DNs off the edge. These are the same shoulder pads worn by the best tight end in football, Travis Kelce. If you guys are interested in these, they're about $500 on Riddell's website. They've got a couple different options, so you guys can kind of look through and figure out which is best for you. The next accessory I want to talk about is something that I've recommended for all positions so far in these videos, and that's going to be a backplate. In the pros, most of the NFL guys get a backplate that matches their shoulder pads, so if they have Extech X2 shoulder pads, they often get an Extech backplate to go with it. There are a ton of options and designs of backplates out there, so find one you like and roll with it. I'll link some options below for you guys. Next thing we're going to talk about is arm accessories. Now for tight ends in pretty much every position, there's no mandatory piece of arm accessories, but I've come up with a couple that kind of fit the position and what I've seen NFL guys wear and what I think looks best for you guys. Since you guys are often blocking down or chipping edge defenders, I would recommend some kind of support protection for your wrist, whether that just be, you know, a nice tape job or wrist braces. I have seen a lot of big skill guys wear those Don Joy wrist braces, but that kind of just prevents your hand from going too far back when you're pushing, blocking, whatever. It seems that most NFL tight ends don't really wear any arm accessories whatsoever. I know Travis Kelce doesn't. I don't think Darren Waller does. I don't think George Kittle does. So the bare arm look is clean too, so if you guys want to roll with that, go right ahead. Next thing we've got to talk about is football gloves. For all you tight ends out there, I'm going to recommend you guys wear a padded receiver glove. I've carefully selected 3 options for you guys. You guys are going to want a pair that protects the back of your hands, but also gives you the grip to catch the ball over the middle. The first and my personal favorite glove for tight ends is going to be the Nike Superbad 6.0. These gloves are the most popular in the NFL and worn by guys like Travis Kelce and George Kittle. These gloves have Nike's super sticky Magna Grip palms and then padding on the back of hand to protect you when you're blocking or getting tackled. You guys can grab a pair of these from Eastbay for about $55, linked below. My next favorite pair of gloves for tight ends is going to be the Cutters Gamer 4.0. These are another pair of padded receiver gloves, and they have Cutters super sticky C-tack grip and really durable palms. These gloves also have padding on the back of hand, but the padding on these is a lot thicker than on the Superbad. So if you guys want more protection, maybe roll with the Cutters Gamer 4.0. You guys can also grab these on Eastbay for $55. The last pair I recommend for tight ends is going to be the Adidas Freak 5.0. Again, these are another pair of hybrid padded receiver gloves, perfect for tight ends. These gloves have super sticky Adidas grip tack palms and then thick breathable padding on the back of hand. You guys can also get these for $55 from Eastbay. For the final piece of this elite tight end equipment setup, it's time to talk about cleats. I very carefully selected 3 pairs that I think are best for guys who play tight end. The first one I want to talk about is my personal favorite for tight ends. It has been for a couple years now, and that's going to be the Nike Alpha Menace Elite 2. These dropped all the way back in 2019 and are still the best cleat for tight ends, hands down. They are the ultimate tight end cleat. These cleats have a high cuff, a fly knit upper, and a big strap to help lock you down. These cleats also have the Alpha traction plate, which is super tight end friendly. It's super wide and gives you guys tons of traction. These triangle studs really dig in and give you guys plenty of grip on the turf. The Nike Alpha Menace Elite 2 is worn by George Kittle and TJ Hawkinson. Unfortunately, since the new Nike Alpha Menace Elite 3.0 is coming out, go check my Instagram if you guys want to see what it looks like. We're seeing less and less of the Nike Alpha Menace Elite 2. They are all of a sudden super hard to find, but I found some on GOAT, StockX, Flight Club, a couple of those like sneaker reselling sites. So I'll link those below for you guys. Now, the next cleat I recommend for tight ends or cleats is going to be the Jordan Retro cleats. For whatever reason, Jordan Retros have proven to be an excellent cleat for big skill football players. These 80s and 90s basketball silhouettes have plenty of ankle support and plenty of swag. Jordan/Nike typically puts the old TD plate on these retros, as you guys can see here. It's kind of outdated. It's not the best plate, but it definitely works for tight ends. These cleats are typically pretty wide, which is good for tight ends, but they're also pretty heavy. So if you guys aren't really a fan of heavier football cleats, maybe get the Nike Alpha Menace Elite 2 I just talked about, because these are a little bit on the heavier side. In the NFL, we see Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts wear Jordan football cleats. I'll put some links to the Jordan 1, 10, and 11 in the description for you guys, so check them out. Finally, the last cleat I want to recommend for tight ends is going to be the Adidas Freaks. These cleats are built for big skills like tight ends and have a couple different versions that are all pretty good for tight ends. The Adidas Freak Ultra 22 we reviewed last season, and it's a great option for tight ends. It's really lightweight, has plenty of support, and a really wide, good traction plate. Also, the regular Freak 22 from Adidas seems to be a good option for tight ends. I have not seen them in person yet, but they seem pretty similar to the last couple models, which proved to be pretty good for tight ends. So I'm going to assume these are going to be good as well. Now, if you guys are interested in getting the Freak Ultras, I'm pretty sure they're 160 on Eastbay, and then the regular Freaks are 100 on the dot. There you guys have it. There is what we think is the best equipment and accessories for tight ends. All you tight ends out there, comment below. Let us know if we got it right. Let us know what equipment you guys rock. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Footballrs.